fast, and he used it to great advantage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd down and goal. Newton, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. To try again after the sack. Minshew. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got the hook up with Conley. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A big play there for the Panthers. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Holyfield. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 7, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards.
Here we go. 50, plant. 59. Come on. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Ready,
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Fournette running out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Minshew sets to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Set, ready? 10-2 start. 59. Check that out. Check me out. Check me out. Snap.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play, because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Newton now to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackle.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. He's going to look deep for... That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point try good by Gano, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with deep.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. We're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Minshew. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A carry here for Holyfield. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Holyfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Gano the extra point on the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Carolina, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.